Hi, Greg here. We're going to go through the 45-degree leg raise. Now this is to train some of the hip stabilizers, and it's particularly important for squatting or any athletic ready position stuff to keep your knees from dropping in towards each other or having one knee drop in when you're doing those types of activities. So it's really important to have strong hip stabilizers, and this is a great exercise for that. What you're going to do, and the reason it's called a 45-degree leg raise, is you're actually going to bend your upper leg, so you can bend your knee, but this part of your leg is going to be 45 degrees away from the other leg. So the bottom leg here is nice and straight and in line with your body. And when you bend your knee, if you take your toes and you just tuck your toes behind your calf, that should get you at about 45 degrees, okay? You can have one hand on the ground, so holding yourself up like this, because you really want to keep your upper body, especially your pelvis, from moving. If your hip stabilizers are weak, what we're going to be doing is lifting the leg. If they're weak, one of the things that your body's going to want to do is roll your pelvis back to give you the impression that you're lifting your leg. So as much as possible, we're going to avoid doing that at all. So from this position here, all you're going to try and do is lift this leg up as high as you can without rolling your pelvis backwards. So you have to sometimes think about rolling your pelvis forward and lifting up at the same time. Lift up as high as you can and then back down. And lift up and then back down. Once you can do the recommended amount of repetitions and sets from this position, then you can go to a more advanced position, which would be with your knees straight. So you're going to turn your toes so that your toes are face down just a little bit, but you want to maintain this 45-degree angle between your legs. Okay? Now you're going to do the same thing. Keep your pelvis as still as possible. You'll have a little bit more pressure in your hand now. You're going to lift your leg up and then back down. What I do recommend, especially if you're having a hard time with this drill, one of the things that's going to happen is as your hips get more tired, your leg is slowly going to progress every time you touch down to the ground to closer and closer to the other foot. So if you just take, whether it's a pencil or a piece of tape or anything like that, and mark where you initially touch so that you're at that 45-degree angle, and then every time you put your foot down, you put it down in the same spot. This will give you an idea of whether you're getting too tired to do this drill or not, because you can't get back to the same position. Okay? And then the stage 3 for this would just be to add a little bit of weight to the end of your leg, so around your ankle or something like that, and a little bit of weight you're going to see is going to make a big difference because of the lever arm here is very, very long. Okay?